I'm 23 years old and I'm in $246,000 worth of debt. Let's talk about it. The vast majority of that debt comes from my home loan. I closed on my home right after my 21st birthday, so I haven't paid down very much of that yet. I also have student loans, a car loan, and then I have one credit card, and I have my timeshare. Before anyone says anything about it, I know the timeshare was a bad idea. I can't get out of it now until it's paid off. But I am working on getting all my debt paid off. So if you want to see that journey, come along with me. I work several side hustles. I have a full-time job, and then I also work at Instacart. I am a travel agent, and I work at a gas station. All of that to try to get my debt paid down. My goal for this year is to pay off my remaining credit card. That card has about $3,800 left on it. If I continue at my current pace, I'll have it paid down by the end of the summer. So feel free to join me here. I am not silly enough to think that I'm going to make money off of TikTok to pay off my debt, but I do want to document my journey just to see how far I've come as I get some of this stuff paid down. I made a decision last August that I was going to change my life for the better and stop going farther into debt and get debt paid off. I just paid off one of my credit cards and now I'm paying off the other one.
One thing I love these people is, right, like whenever they are doing things, they just do it like it is what it is, right? Anyways, she is 23 and she have over 246,000 worth of debt, like 246,000 USDT worth of debt. And to be honest, when I was going through her comment section, it was amazing what people were actually saying, because some persons were like, oh, you're doing a great job, at least that particular debt was mainly from your home stuff, blah blah blah. Because in the video she emphasized that those debts were really coming from like a house loan, and a lot of people were actually recommending her, saying, oh, that thing you actually did was just the best decision. While a lot of persons were actually saying, at young age, why do you just prefer to just go into loan? Why do you just want to just start putting yourself in debt? You understand? And to be honest, my take on this is, I'm quietly or frankly not judging her, but I'm saying that loan is much. Anyways, it's because they reside in places whereby loans can easily, or credit card, debit card can easily be given to them. Because if it's this place that I am, who won't give you that amount of loan? Anyways, hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It vibes, and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. Hi guys, we hope you guys are fine. Hope you guys are good. If this is first time tuning in, do subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share. So we'll go into all of the remaining video, because like she is not the only one in this kind of situation. We also have like bunch of videos or bunch of people that are also in this kind of situation, but with the few clips I've gotten, I just have to put them to you before we come back for the commentaries. So with that being said, let's go there.
I'm 23 years old and I'm in $300,000 of debt. And no, I don't plan to pay it. It used to really bother me, but I'm done letting it bother me. And before anybody says I'm lazy or to get a job, I have a job. I work 40 hours a week. Not to mention I work in healthcare, so I'm also saving lives. If a debt collector calls me, they're getting blocked. Because seriously, why would you give that much money to a 23-year-old? It's not my fault. I am literally just a girl. I'm making this video to help other people in debt feel less alone. It can be really depressing and it can really ruin your life, but it doesn't have to. Money isn't real and it never has been. I don't believe I should pay it back because, well, look at the state of the world right now. If you're in a similar situation, I want you to know that you're not alone. And just because you're in debt doesn't mean your life has to stop. The debt is all in your mind. That's what I'm telling myself, at least. Bye.
TikTok is going to help me pay $25,000 of debt off and save $10,000 before my next baby is due next year, February 2026. Let's talk about it. So a few days ago, I had posted that I was going to try and get into the TikTok affiliate program to have TikTok and TikTok Shop pay off our debt and build our savings. There are so many creators on here that are doing the exact same thing and are able to, some stop working just by what TikTok is able to offer, and I want in. If we could pay off our debt before the next baby's due, that would be a blessing, to say the least. I bought one of those budget things off of Etsy and plugged in all of our numbers, and it said that we wouldn't be debt-free if we did the snowball method. We wouldn't be debt-free until 2032, which I'm not here for. We're going to pay it off before February, before the third baby comes. So last night I doom scrolled through debt payout TikTok, and I found this one creator who I'll tag below that used the Kiwi Pop app. Oh, okay, bye. That used the Kiwi Pop app, which keeps track of all of your cards. So as soon as you log in, you put in your information and it brings all of them up onto the app, and it shows you exactly where you're at, and you're able to make payments through there. So the next video, I'll go ahead and show you guys the breakdown of what each card is. We do have one that is scary to look at, to say the least. So right now, my husband and I are just not willing to pick up a second job, just because that does take us away from our kids. We both work full-time, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And we would rather spend time with our kids. So why not use TikTok, that a lot of people are, to be able to make money, pay off our debt faster, while still being able to maintain the same amount of time with our kids than we normally do during the week. So if you're interested, if you're in your debt-free journey and you want to follow along, keep each other accountable, and you can relate to what I'm going through.
So far, and to be honest, there is no one that actually funny me more than that one that have 300 and something thousand debts, and she's even saying that she's not even going to pay, even advising people that are owing that they should not even bother themselves, you understand, because of the current situation of what is actually happening in the country right now, of which you guys know a lot of back and forth have been going through with the Americans. And as it stands now, like, she don't even care. She just feel like it is a normal thing, let it just be like that. But when I was going through the comment section, a lot of people were like, are you sure what you're actually saying is real, or you're trying to like make people go into debt? Because at the end of the day, reading some of the comment section, they said if you are owing any debt, and then you decide to like cut off on the agent or block the agent, that the agent is going to escalate it, and that will even be like more penalty for you. So that's a lot of people were like, are you really sure that what you're saying is right? Or you're giving people advice, or you're giving young ones advice that at the end of the day you actually want them to go into debt while you are not in debt? How can a young 23 years old girl get a debt of over $300,000? And she's even blaming them. That's the funny part. Like, why would they even give her such amount of loan? Guys, honestly, I don't know how true this is, but let me know what you think in the comment section, because I have other clips that I'm going to play for you guys. Then we can actually come back with the commentaries and round up with this particular video. But it is just so amazing and alarming that people can just actually just go into debt without even feeling bad about it. Like, for someone like me, I'm really, when I mean 100% scared of debt. Like, I am scared. I don't even want to owe you, not even $1,000. Talk more of, not even 1,000 naira. Which one is $1,000? Talk more of over 300 and something thousand at the age of 23. Anyways, let's watch the last clip and then we'll talk about it.
My husband and I are approximately $234,059 in debt. And I know what you're thinking, holy shit. But let me just start by saying that's not all credit card debt or unsecured debt. Before I go any farther, I'm just going to break down to you what that debt actually is. To start, I have roughly $39,000 in student debt. I have a bachelor's in marketing from Penn State University that I no longer use because I'm a stay-at-home mom. But for my bachelor's, I owe $31,651 in debt. And then after graduating, I did start to pursue my master's, but once I became a mom, I put that on hold and I haven't gone back. From the progress that I've made on my master's, I have $8,941 in debt. I do have one credit card. The balance on that is $3,467. I had it paid off around this past fall. Last July, I became a stay-at-home mom when we had our second daughter. And shit happens. Expenses accrue. We didn't have the money, so it went on the credit card, and I ultimately racked it back up. Because times are tough, y'all. I'm sure we all get it. My husband does have one credit card. It's at approximately $1,000. I don't know the exact balance because it's his credit card, his login, and I don't have any access to that. But I know his limit is somewhere around $1,000 and it's about at its limit. That's all the unsecured debt that we have. The rest of our debt comes from a home loan. We own our house. We owe approximately $150,000 on our home. And B, we have a home equity loan on our home, and that's at $39,000. We took the home equity loan out when I became a stay-at-home mom so that we could pay off what credit card debt we had at the time, one personal loan that we had, and we also paid off my car. So we essentially did that to take a bunch of interest rates and turn them into one smaller interest rate instead. So that's where this $234,059 essentially all comes from. And I'm basically telling you guys all of my secrets because I'm going to turn this into a series. I've seen some other people do it and they've had success from it, so fuck it. Why not? Not only do I want to turn this into a series, but I want to help maybe somebody else that's in a similar financial position as me. Because like I said, times are tough, shit gets hard, and we all accrue debt. It happens. But maybe by me posting this series, somebody who else needs some motivation to start working on their debt, maybe this will give them that motivation. And they'll start making strides to do the same thing. I would never ask anybody for money. I'm just not that type of person. The only thing that I'm asking for by doing this series is to maybe engage or follow me so I can get to 10,000 followers and become a part of the Creator Rewards program. Right now, I'm at roughly 7,400 followers, so I'm getting there. I do post TikTok shop content, but it doesn't do that well. So another great way to help would be engage with my TikTok shop content. So maybe it gets pushed out to more people. And if you're trying to do something similar or you're interested in this type of content, watching people pay their debt off, maybe give me a follow so that you can keep up with my weekly posts about it. To the people that already follow me, most of you guys already know that I'm on a debt payoff journey. I've mentioned it in previous videos before, so I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You are truly wonderful. I don't have any expectations. I don't know what I'm expecting out of this, but I think it would be foolish to not try because I want to give myself, my husband, and my kids a better life. My husband works all that he can, and I would love to take some of the burden off of him and to be able to give him more time with our girls as well. He doesn't have a TikTok, so he doesn't know about this. Anything that I were to make would be a complete surprise. So if this goes somewhere and it works, I cannot wait to see the look on his face. He's going to cry alligator tears. If you watch this the full way through, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I guess keep an eye out for next week's post to see if this went anywhere. Love you.
I have $40,000 in credit card debt. 40. So let's talk about it. First of all, that is a statement that I thought I would be taking to my grave. I never thought I would tell another soul. And in fact, until today, I have never told another soul about my struggles with credit card debt because this is not the beginning. If we rewind all the way back to about 19 or 20-year-old Lana, that is when my journey with credit card debt began. I was 19 years old and I was dating a man who was 31 and he did not support me or help me financially in any way. And I was trying to live his lifestyle off my minimum wage job and I was living outside my means, to be quite frank. I got myself into credit card debt. I stayed in credit card debt until I was about 21, at which point I was able to pay it off over the course of just like really cutting back and being very diligent about making as many extra payments as I could to my debt. And then I got out of it and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the most freeing thing. I'm never doing that again. And then I did. And then I paid that debt off. And you know what? I repeated the cycle again. I'm in my third cycle of credit card debt. And at this point, my threshold has just gotten so big. Your threshold for debt increases with time, right? It's just like your threshold for anything else that creates stress in your life. Over time, your body has to adapt to the current conditions. So your threshold for what it can hold expands. So right now, the number 40 probably feels staggering to some of you, but it's not a number that I feel fear around.
Oh God. God, which kind of country is this? Which kind of country is this people? What kind of people did you create in this particular country? Like when things just happen, it's just in here and so what? Anyways, I just know that most of the loans that they are getting to this point is because of their house loan. And we all know what house loan is. If you are in the US, you understand. So, and yeah. Anyways, when I was also going through the comments, a lot of people were like, oh, kudos to you. You are doing well. And to be honest, they actually followed that particular TikTok. I actually followed as well, you understand. And yeah. Anyways, let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you think this is this is okay by you? And if you are given the opportunity, you also have to do same. I don't know, maybe probably because of the part of the place where I'm actually staying, which is a part of the country I'm actually staying, because I can't find myself getting into any debt for any reason. Like, I prefer to just manage myself in any position that I am, than incurring debt on my head because I want to just go to acquire a house loan or equity house loan or something, stuff like that. Like, I don't know how these people do this. I don't know how these people juggle it. I don't know how these people think about it. I don't know how they reason all of these things. But at the end of the day, nobody's here to judge them. Nobody's here to blame them. Everybody have their life. And basically, I feel like that is what they feel it is okay for them. So if it's okay for them, who are we not to say it's okay for us? Let me know your thoughts towards this in the comment section, because I really, really love to get feedbacks. And yes, if you have not subscribed, do it. Subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments. And lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And yes, with no further ado, I do add luck also in my videos. I'm going to be simple, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye. I love you guys. Mwah.